stays all together. Then we can just do more of them.
We can talk about the honey scam. That's a big deal.
The honey scam. That's kind of crazy, by the way, the honey scam.
I've looked into this pretty heavily. The honey scam thing is insane, actually. So have you looked into this at all?
I've only seen the first half. I know that they do something with coupon prices that aren't quite. I don't understand that aspect.
So let me
I do
explain.
understand the affiliate link side. Yeah,
So-
what's the other side?
Basically, what Honey is a browser add-on that you add in that's supposed to find coupons for you. Now, it states that it pulls all these coupons from the general internet, and it uses these to find you the best possible price. This is a bold-faced lie. Also, it does really, really worse stuff. So the first thing that it does is if you click on a link, an affiliate link for a content creator gives them money if you do a transaction. As the last clicker of that person's going to get the money, whether it's like a VPN service or like shoes or whatever it's going to be. Now, what Honey does is when you go to click that, it goes, hey, let me check to see if you've got a coupon. And let's say it finds a coupon. It goes, that click was actually mine. The content creator gets $0 now, and Honey pockets the money. Now, it does something even worse than this as it goes forward. Let's say it doesn't find a discount. It still does that. Even if it doesn't find a discount. Let's go even further than that. It doesn't actually have all of the coupons online, just the ones that are approved from partners, where it partners with different companies. Let's go even further than this. It's just going to keep getting worse. Just going to keep getting worse. It incentivizes users to use this by giving them a tiny discount. In one case, the guy was actually putting together a video where he's like, hey, I went and tried this with Nord, right? And I got a $35, it was like a $35 commission. And then he did it through Honey, and he got a $0 commission through it. But guess how much money Honey actually gave the user as a discount? It was less than $1. So in that case, Honey pockets $34 of commission fee. The user feels like they got a deal, and the content creator gets $0. Shit is
And
insane.
then it's incentivized by. Then I would assume there is some incentivization for Nord to want.
Man, that's jacked up. Stealing money.
Honey to say they have these discounts because that way Nord also doesn't have as big of a drop in their initial sale or whatever their bulk sale is for.
So now what you get is you basically get this entire arrangement where Honey is pocketing shitloads of money across the entire internet. Content creators are completely getting ripped off, and companies have to work with them or they get owned. Now you have a huge problem, right? And the worst part is Honey's owned by PayPal.
Yeah, I know the PayPal part.
PayPal. I didn't know that.
Was really surprising. You think that they would have known not to do that because that sounds really sleazy, especially we didn't even find a coupon.
What's with all these scams? I mean, like scams like this, crypto scams, and they're perpetrated by people in America. What? There's no lawsuits against all this?
But that's still our affiliate now. Like that one is that I cannot believe that they do that. And still, there's just something so surprising that I'm sure it's in the terms of service, and I'm sure somehow this does not fall into it's not actually a legal side of things. But the fact that they can update affiliate codes at the last mile like that, I cannot believe that is not somehow illegal.
Yeah, I think the thing that's really interesting to me about this is they pushed affiliate marketing with content creator marketing so heavily, and all those content creators were getting paid in the upfront, right, by this deal, while losing all of that money in all their affiliate marketing. They were literally pushing their own demise. When Honey first came out of the scene, people asked me if I used it because everyone started using it. And I was like, I'm not using that shit. People asked me why, and I was like, their business model doesn't make sense. I couldn't tell how they made money. I was like, there's no way this makes money. The only thing I can think of is
every time I saw one of those Honey ads, I mean, I worked in sales for years, so I knew there had to be something behind it. Because why did I see advertising everywhere and it's only going to save me money?
Is that they have some kind of a deal with these other companies to produce those coupons in the first place, but their claim was that coupons were actually harvested from the internet, and they had all the coupons from the internet. I was like, so they don't have backroom deals with this? How are they making money? And I walked away from it because it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's the same way that I feel about Kick. Kick's business model doesn't make sense without outside funding. Honey's business model didn't make sense without outside funding. Little did I know, the way that Honey was actually making money was ripping off every content creator on the internet. That's insane. It is so much worse than I thought it was, but I realized it didn't make sense in the beginning. And I'm glad I didn't touch it because that's wild. This has turned out so negative, so insane, and so bad for our entire industry. It's beyond what I thought it could ever be.
Just shocked that I can't. I just only imagine there's some class action lawsuit right now being formed because there is just no way that this can't, because effectively they sold a Faustian bargain. Like it's like the classic devil bargain right there, where it's just like, hey, here's something good. Look, we're just good people, and then they just steal from those exact people. That just it's mind blowing that exists.
The worst part is about this too is like, how do you even track how much money they've stolen from people? Because what you have to go back on is, did they even record what the original affiliate link was? And my guess is no, dude. So like, how are you going to track that back? Probably didn't. There's no way.
My guess is they can't actually record it because they open that hidden window.
Yep.
So whenever you go to do the checkout, they actually just open a hidden window to get you to go through the like UMT or whatever the tracking URL parameters are to set their honey code. So they probably do know tracking. My guess is you'd actually have to go to you'd have to audit each one of these businesses and see how many of them are honey and then what percentage of those were stolen.
Yep. I think the other thing too is we noticed the decline in affiliate marketing over the last few years. I'm not really surprised now, right? Like affiliate marketing isn't what it was before. A lot of people moved away from doing that, even though it used to make a shitload of money, and then it suddenly stopped making as much money. I'm waiting to find out if honey wasn't the only one. I think that's one thing that a lot of people aren't talking about. How many others were doing this exact same business model that were smaller that no one knows about? Because like,
here's the thing that people don't know: browser extensions, they get the right to read every page at all time. So every single page you're on, they get to read all the contents and everything. So how many of these browser extensions that people have are just monitoring and just hitting hidden windows and effectively updating who gets the sale from this? It's like, oh yeah, it's just a really nice browser extension, and boom, they're just taking money.
Yep. And like that's the thing I'm waiting to find out, dude, is like,
I didn't think about it that at all. Maybe I should go through and remove all of my extensions. I don't even know how many I got. I'll look at it.
like how many of these are just doing this shit on the back end that we don't know about, and it's all going to be about honey, and they're going to be like, wow, it's defeated. And suddenly affiliate marketing is still dog shit. And it'll be because there's other coupon apps there like this. And it's I am interested to find out how doomed this actually gets, because we just don't know yet.
My guess is that affiliate marketing is dead. It's just like it can't go forward because of this type of stuff. Because why there will be other companies that just do it. And if other companies haven't thought about it, they now just thought about it. Like it's doomed either way.
Yeah. Wait, is Twitch affiliate a bad road to go down to? No, that's a very different thing, bud. Affiliate marketing is not the same as affiliate Twitch. So affiliate on Twitch is like having a title, and that title gives you certain things like monetization on your channel. Affiliate marketing is I have a little code, and when you click on this, I get a little bit of money if you buy a product. Nothing to do with Twitch. Yeah, very, very different. A lot of people don't know. That you guys are all laughing, but they don't know. Affiliate is just a general term. Is like you're engaged in some kind of a business relationship with that company in some way. Yeah.
The honey, I guess my only question is, what was the long game on honey? And especially on something like PayPal, where you have to be super careful because they have so many rules around PayPal. Like, they're such a highly watched organization due to the fact that they handle a bunch of money. So like, why even risk such a thing as this? I'm just generally confused at the long-term play, because I can't imagine it's like the juice is going to be worth the squeeze once it comes out.
Yeah. No, I think the amazing thing about all this stuff, man, is the fact that it took this long to come out, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you look back, so have you seen the stuff with Linus Tech Tips with this?
I've only seen the original video. Charlie referenced it in one of his videos, and I went through that one.
So the thing that's really interesting about this is they made a lot of shit, like a lot of money. Because if you're talking about a single NordVPN contract there, right? That's like $35 is what they showed in the video. But the other thing they showed is that Linus Tech Tips actually used to have a deal with them, and with Honey, and ended the deal, and specifically said they ended the deal because they didn't like the way they were doing business around the affiliate links and how they were working. Which means some content creators knew about this, and it just didn't spread from there. Yeah. So that was really interesting, where like they kind of fired up a little bit of a flare, and everyone went, oh, that's interesting. It's kind of walked away. Like, and you say LTT was so disappointing. Why didn't they make that public? They probably couldn't. Like, you don't know what their contract was with them. You don't know what their agreement was. We don't know if there was a non-disparity clause. We don't know if there was any type of, like, you can't talk about this shit. We don't know. So don't go and blame them for this. The information that came out was them talking about the stuff that they were not comfortable with. I don't know how deep that goes. Yeah, but that's
I would generally assume that if someone that makes YouTube videos and talks about tech and talks about all these things just goes, oh, we're just done. Like, there's probably something behind the scenes that they just aren't allowed to talk about, or else it's going to be way more costly for them.
Yeah, talking about this whole thing, I'm going to do this Mega Lag Honey. I want to give you guys Mega Lag's video. So Mega Lag is actually awesome. Let me see if I can find his original video, because everyone is aping his video right now, which is just dumb, dude.
So Megalag. Let's see if we can find him. Oh, okay. 13 million views. Let's watch that one.
By now, you've probably heard about honey. You know,
Let's finish this one and then we'll watch
I'm going to
that
give you
one.
guys his actual video because it's very, very good, and you should watch this. And it's 23 minutes long, and it's going to inform the shit out of you. But I'm mostly interested in where
23
this goes
minutes?
and how
Oh,
many
yeah.
other companies
Okay.
actually have been doing this. And I don't know the answer to that right now, which makes this interesting. Yeah, it's part 1 of 3, by the way. He's actually going to be releasing more videos of this and digging into this even deeper as we go forward.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
it
nuts.
may actually be worse than we think it is.
Yeah, the next one looks like he's got a lot of interviews lined up with people where he's talking to people about the situation. He's interviewing companies and things, and there's probably going to be a lot of backroom deal shady shit that was happening on top of this, like a little bit of work with us or we're going to rip you off with our app, right? That kind of thing is what it looks like. It looks like it's going that direction, but I want to wait and see. You know, I think that's kind of interesting as hell. And to be real with you, I hope when this is over,
Man, this is nuts.
because like, damn, you ripped off everybody, and I hope nobody ever works with you again. It's garbage. It's
Not only
complete
that, but
trash.
I hope that all the companies that use this form of racketeering also get destroyed. Because how much do you want to bet? There's a whole
I've also heard that there's another browser extension coming out. It's called Pi. But I don't know much about it. So it's an ad blocker. So I'm wondering if it pays you to use it. Because I've heard that the same people who make honey is making pie.
slew of companies that made some sort of, I mean, I'm spitballing here, so this is not factual, but they made some sort of agreement so that when you follow these links, the proper price they want advertised will be there with some sort of honey, like, hey, found this discount, but it's not even a discount. Like, they're just actually building in racketeering to save money and pay honey to do like misrepresented rates.
Yep. I'm wondering if there's any laws that were actually broken outside of just being shitty business behavior. And if there are, how far does that go? Let's find out.
Yeah.
Right? So like I'm gonna kind of pay attention to this story pretty heavily. I'm gonna keep watching videos from Megalag. I encourage you guys to do the same. Watch Megalag. This is fantastic. Really good research. Great thing to blow out of the water and tell everybody about it. And I'm interested to see where it goes. His video's already got 10.5 million views in 5 days. Dude's kicking ass, and he should be because he's done a lot.
That's
of
a lot
awesome.
of views.
He's done a lot of good here. Yeah.
Dang, that's
Nice.
crazy. Yeah, I can't believe. You are right though. I'm surprised and no one's kind of figured this out.
Yeah.
That it hasn't been already blown out of the water.
To be honest with you, it makes me want to do, like, because I have that whole background, like all my background in security. What I want to do going forward is if I ever smell something like that again, because that smelled in the beginning. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Anytime I smell something, I've been calling it out ever since. Like when I saw this shit with Kick and I was like, no, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. And I talked about it endlessly, right? For like a year, talked about it. It's like, this is bullshit, right? Anytime
Okay,
I see
makes
that from
sense,
then
though.
on, I'm just going to call it out. Because like that's the biggest. I was like, this smells. There's something about this smells. This is why. Let's go dig into it and find out why. Yeah.
Yeah, to me, Kick seems very, very obvious. Gamba.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just like, hey, it's a loss
Gamba.
leader for get kids addicted early. Gamba.
Gamba. Yeah, that's exactly it. It makes the most sense. And a lot of people be like, no, they make money off of subs. No, they take 5% of a sub, which only covers the actual transaction fees on that. They
It
have
might
no
not
other-
even cover the full transaction fee.
Yeah, it doesn't. Exactly. And even worse
There's like
than that,
what a
like
hard 27-cent fee
Yep.
or whatever it is.
they don't run ads. They don't have any bids. They don't have any other purchasables. So your income for the platform is zero. You make money outside. That's how that works. Like,
It can't be that hard.
yeah, no.
And
it's-
Amazon's not giving them a sweetheart deal on that streaming.
No.
Amazon's like, you know what? We need good money for this competitor. Like Amazon probably can't turn them off because then Amazon would get hit with monopoly charges.
Yep.
So they probably have to let Kick go, but they probably give them like not a good deal. So it's costing them $100,000 an hour to operate. But you know what that means? It means their margin is literally that big.
I think they're probably giving them the same rate that they are for Twitch. And if they weren't, they'd probably be in legal trouble with that. That would make the most sense to me because then you could still run into that same deal. It's like, oh, it's monopoly shit. A lot of people don't realize that Twitch, when Twitch was bought, they turned Twitch, their back end, the back end for all the video transfer, into a product on Amazon site called Amazon IVS. It's an interactive video service, I think it is. So let me see.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Amazon IVS. There we go. Interactive video service. You can actually rent this. You can make your own Twitch. There you go. Yeah, it's real. They own Twitch, though? Yes, they do. Amazon owns Twitch and then rents out the back end as a service. They made their own thing called Amazon IVS. And you know who buys that? Who you know who rents it? Go to any Kick stream, hit F12, go to the network tab, and tell me who it is. Oh, look, it's Amazon IVS. Kick is literally Twitch.
Yeah.
People don't realize that. It's very funny. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
the same. So they both platforms have the same service from Amazon. Yeah, people don't realize that. It's very funny shit. Yep.
So, what's the reason to use Kick? I'll be honest, I barely even heard of Kick. Just recently.
Crazy.
I love it.
Netflix too? No, Netflix doesn't run off of IVS.
No, they do their own shit.
Yeah, they've been practicing. They've been practicing very hard at delivering live video.
You would know something about that. You used to work at Netflix.
Yeah, I was in the game department actually at the.
Yeah, like the Tyson fight. I couldn't even watch that on Netflix. Didn't work.
end.
Yeah. Did you see Pi recently? So Pi is related to Honey in some way. I don't know anything about that side of the story.
See?
I'd like to look into it because I don't know anything about it. Do you know anything about this? Pi?
No, people keep mentioning Pi related to Honey. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah,
That
that
side,
side I
so.
didn't have time to look into. I looked into everything else for like all the Honey side stuff, and I was quite astounded by it, to be honest with you. It's made by Honey. What is Pi? What is Honey Pie?
That sounds like it's going to be a trap. That's
Right?
That's a trap.
It sounds like a yeah, it does. It's an ad
Definitely.
blocker. Pi ad blocker.
I'm glad that Honey also does ad blocking because, you know, screw those people also making content trying to get money off of ads. Let's get them both ways. Let's take their affiliate links and make sure they can't show ads.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
Right?
That's crazy.
Pi is the worst ads too. How does that even work? Pi is an ad blocker that substitutes their own. Oh,
Dude.
devious. It blocks external ads and then uses its own ads.
Oh, what?
That's crazy. So they're then they get to decide what ads you see. You
Ooh.
Why would you install
Ooh.
ads?
How does that work?
Oh my gosh.
Why would you? So here's the thing: is that a
No.
browser extension? What the hell is that? They pay you to do it? Oh shit! It's the same thing all over again. So if you're running advertisements as a website, they block those advertisements, run their own advertisements, and then pay the user in some kind of a currency. It's the same shit. It's gonna rip off every website on the internet. God damn it, dude.
Damn. So, Honey just really is all about finding that gray area of being as fraudulent as possible without potentially breaking laws. Because how is that? How is that like? How does something like TechCrunch, right? TechCrunch, 404 Media, any of these like these magazine websites? I mean, they make all of their money off of advertisement.
So
How is that not some form of fraud?
Dude, I'm looking at their mission. They're like, we're on a mission to rebuild the internet with people in control. This starts with rebooting
People
the
in
economic engine
control.
that powers the internet. Today, the largest tech companies make over $100 billion every year, auctioning off your attention to the highest bidder. So they're trying to make
What
it
are
out
they
like
doing?
they're trying to make it out like we're on your side. We're going to give some of that money to you. We're going to block their ads and we're going to run our own. Like they're making it out like they're the Robin Hood in this situation to trick you into running this service that is actually shitting on all these websites. That's insane. If you're going to block ads, just block ads. Like that's nuts to me, man.
The crazier behavior is that remember when Elon Musk said that we're sick of these billionaire companies making video games, therefore I'm going to start a video game company. Remember that one? It's
I
just like
oh god, it pissed me off. Yeah.
you say a statement and then you immediately put yourself into that bucket and shit on it. That's Honey. Like Honey's like these billion dollar marketing
is this-
companies.
yeah, it says a
doing
message-
ads. Let's get rid of them by
So
being
here's
a
the thing.
$1 billion company doing ads. You're like, what?
I mean, if Elon Musk could fix Diablo, I'd take it. No,
It says a message from Pi founder Ryan Hudson, who originally created Honey.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's the same. What a wild ass thing. And you know what's funny about it? My guess, it makes me wonder, do
This
they
is
think
round
they're the
two.
villain? Or do they think like they're actually doing good? Because no one ever thinks they're the villain. They never do.
Well, I mean,
I'm
what-
wondering if he actually feels like, yeah, we're gonna stick it to those actual advertisers, give money back to the people. In reality, like you're destroying the internet. The internet runs on ads now. If you take that away, it will collapse. That's how
Yeah,
it
these
sucks.
companies can't run.
Ads suck complete ass. But if you take it away, everything goes away right now because there's no other business model that works in the current economy for this. There's
I mean, I hate ads, but without them, the internet would not be free. You'd have to subscribe. You'd have to pay for it to see it. Like there is no YouTube free if there's no ads. Because how do they pay for you to sit here and watch this video and stream it to you? It's just not possible. Like every company has to be profitable, like, unless you're the government, I guess.
There's not even anything to pivot to. It's dead, right? Like that's what are you gonna do? Everything's gonna be Wikipedia. Be like, please give me $5. Like every year they just come, please, Wikipedia will go away. Give me $5, please. Like that'll be every website if you get away from advertisement right now because there's no alternative. There's just not.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like then
Yeah,
let
they
it
do
die.
monthly
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to let it die. I kind of like the internet, right? I'd like to have a different business model because I also don't like ads. I'm not really a fan of that, which is why I turn ads into stuff that doesn't suck ass on the stream by doing things like pausing the stream during ad or running our entire ferret rescue off of ads where you just watch the stream and you save animals' lives because of ads, right? Because I realize that ads aren't going away right now. And if
I didn't realize that he donated that money to Animal Rescue because I've seen his stream with just ferrets and I didn't get it. But, you know, I didn't do any research either. So that's cool. That's cool, I guess.
you do shit like this, what are you doing? You know what you're doing? You're getting cents on the dollar that they're making for running ads. You know what Twitch does for us for ads? We get 55%. They get 45%. You're getting
only if
ripped
you run
off.
a certain percent.
Yeah.
Only if you run a certain percent.
You need to do
Right,
3
yeah.
minutes an hour, which you should always do 3 minutes an hour because why would you not at that point?
Yeah.
Because you get 30% otherwise.
Yeah, because I think it's like 70-30
Yeah.
or something like that if you don't. So it's like
Yeah.
way worse. So it's like run it or else.
Yeah,
So
well,
just run it.
not only that, but you get pre-rolls otherwise. You don't want pre-rolls. Nobody wants pre-rolls.
No one wants
Pre-rolls
pre-rolls.
suck. So, like, to be real with you, ads can be used for a really good thing if you do it right. Get that bag? I mean, that's the point of that, right? Is I run ads, but you guys understand why I'm running ads. It lets me do these things. It lets me pay the moderators. It lets me run a ferret rescue. Like, teaching people what the ads are doing and how beneficial.
See, I'm relatively new at streaming. I haven't monetized anything. So to hear that, I guess that's cool. Like I could probably watch 3 minutes of ads in an hour. That's not terrible. I still don't want to do it, but it's not bad.
beneficial that is part of it. There are people, like, if you go over the ferret stream, when the ads run, you know what you get? You get people cheering on ads in chat. When have you ever seen someone cheer for ads? And they do that because they
Never.
know that it's actually doing something good. It's doing something beneficial. It's
right.
helping animals do
Okay.
that. That is wild to see. And it's really about that. It's about communicating, hey, this is what it's doing. And instead you get this company that's like, I'll give you a couple of cents while I pocket dollars. I'm on your side. Dog shit behavior. Completely dog shit behavior. I think that's awful. And I think it's really disingenuous to the actual people that are using it.
Not only that, but like you and the Ferret Rescue operate off of ads in this capacity, which means that whenever you go to any website that's offering ads, you must understand they're doing the exact same thing. If they don't have a charge option and they're not producing the ads themselves, they live off the ads themselves. Like that's the options. There's not very many of them. And so it's like that's why I actually don't do an ad blocker, because if I hypocritically go, "Oh, hey, I make part of my living off of ads," I feel bad going to other people and be like, "Nah, you don't get that. Not from me. That's annoying." It's just like, "Well, dang it, no. If I think it's if it helps me, I can't do it to other people." So
I
Honey
don't-
doing this feels
That is
just
true.
really wrong.
I don't run an
That
ad
is
blocker on
true.
YouTube. I don't run ad blocker on Twitch because I have Turbo, right? So people are
Yeah.
getting money from Turbo anyway.
I buy premium. Yeah.
I run an ad blocker when I'm running random shit on the internet, like random websites, because the thing I got sick of was pop under ads. And that has become super, super common. A pop under ad is when you go to the page, another page will show up underneath your browser, and it's just there doing a thing. And then when you close your browser, it's just a bunch of goddamn pages everywhere. I got sick of that shit. So I absolutely run an ad blocker in those situations when I'm just like browsing the net, right?
Oh, I'm not
But
even
I've
sure
got-
if that's. I've never seen one of those, so I don't know what that is, but
They
that
suck.
does sound annoying.
They're awful. Yeah, they're super. Yeah, autoplay ads, any of that kind of shit. And what I'll do is I just have ad blocker running for those, and I don't run it for YouTube because I don't want to rip off the content creators, and I don't run it for Twitch. And I don't want to rip off the content creators. But when it's like a page with like 50 ads on it, and it's like I think the worst part about it is you go to click on something, and then the ad loads, and you click on something else. You're like, God damn it! And then the page reloads because it shifted.
Yeah.
like all the CSS
I've had
shifted
that
as the
happen too
JavaScript
much.
loaded in.
Oh
You're
my
like, God damn it! Yeah.
There's nothing I hate more than that, the shifting of CSS. All right, so this is the old Wayback Machine for Honey, or
You
for
have to
Pi, shall I say.
Link it in
Someone is
chat.
linking. Yeah,
Link
yeah,
in
hold
chat.
on.
Because I can't go to Discord because it's on a video right now.
It would go very negative if you did. People would see all that ligma coming through.
It's a lot of ligma.
There we
Reddit ads
go.
are out of control. They look just like comments. I've heard that. I don't use Reddit.
Please.
I find Reddit to be insufferable. So just don't go there.
Yeah, I generally just try to stay away from Reddit or Hacker News.
Yeah.
I don't mind Reddit. You get a lot of, I don't know, posts from people that are not typical. So it's just a different point of view. It's kind of useful in some ways.
Not a fan of Reddit. Not a fan. I
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a bunch of garbage on Reddit, but there's some good stuff. Depends on the communities you follow.
I find that a lot of times Reddit just ends up being a one-upmanship contest for like who's going to tell the weirdest meme in like a way that is like, I want
That is true. I mean, that whole website is like sarcastic comedy to the max. It's hilarious.
karma. No, I want karma. No, I want karma. This URL is not working for me.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay, yeah. You can see it with mine. Just some sort of blocking going on effectively of... Apparently it has some citation way down that made in Los Angeles by the founding team that built Honey, is which is at the very bottom of this. So apparently they've taken that last little bit out.
Oh, there we go. Pi.org. What date did they take that bit out?
It looks like this is not that long ago.
And when was this? Like, what is the phrase that was removed?
12/15. It looks like they took it out right when that big video was made. At the very, very bottom it says, made in Los Angeles by the founding team that built Honey. Apparently they're taking that out now.
Oh, they straight up did.
Yeah, it's not down there. It just says proudly built in Los Angeles. And that was changed on the 15th, which my assumption is exposing Honey was right in that same region. So they must have known this was coming because they just took it out a couple days before this video.
So bottom of the page, it says made in Los Angeles by the founding team that built Honey with a little palm tree. And now it says proudly built in Los Angeles.
Proudly
like,
built in
oh,
Los
shit.
Angeles. Trying to hide
All
it.
of a sudden, way more proud of Los Angeles. So let's just go with that one.
Better not
Wow.
have that on there. Better remove that shit.
I'm just
That's
surprised. Okay,
wild.
so the founding team, they have to just realize. Okay, so my opinion is that the founding team knows they're baddies. They just know that they've just found ways to effectively pull on people's desire for money for them to be able to make more money, and they don't care who they take it from. Because they have to know that when you update affiliate links, you are taking from somebody. They have to know when you block ads and then give new ads, you are taking from somebody.
One moment.
Yeah. All right, let's watch this guy's video.
The browser extension that saves you money.
Do you have Honey installed?
What's Honey?
Oh, no.
Honey.
Honey is a free
we're
browser
a little late to
extension.
the party, but I think it's still okay.
Browser
I think it's a
Free
very
browser
interesting
extension.
topic, which is that
Free.
Warcraft, I believe it's
online.
specifically
It's
Warcraft
free.
had a bunch
It's
of
literally
bots who were
free
farming
money.
a
Doesn't make
bunch
sense
of,
to not be using
items,
this.
So what's the
various
catch?
There
things.
is no catch.
Join
hardcore
Honey,
mode.
join Honey,
And
join
then,
Honey.
someone was
Honey,
making
honey,
videos where he was
honey,
going through
honey, honey.
killing the bots and all that, and the response was him effectively getting doxxed, getting death threats, and all this.
I hate to break it
And
to
got
you, but
really,
your favorite
really out of
influencers
control.
sold
And
you a
I
lie.
personally
Honey
have
is a
some
scam,
questions because
and
I
the
watched
majority
the,
of claims
Asmon
promoted by
Gold
those
take on the whole thing,
influencers
and
aren't
he made
even
both a
remotely
good
true.
point and a
But it
good
gets
Hold
point
up.
worse.
to me, which is,
Honey hasn't
Let's
just been like
realize-
you, the consumer.
Hold
They've
up.
also been stealing
Here.
money from influencers, including the very ones they paid to promote their product. And I'm not just talking about a few bucks here. I believe the scam has likely cost content creators millions of dollars. Sound crazy? Well,
Millions.
I didn't believe it at first either, until I experienced it myself
I'm gonna subscribe to
firsthand.
this guy.
In fact, I'm confident this might just be the biggest influencer scam of all time, which is insane considering Honey is owned and run by PayPal,
straight
who
up.
purchased this company for $4 billion. This 3-part series is the result of a multi-year investigation where I believe I've uncovered signs of advertising fraud, affiliate fraud, the illegal collection of personal data, deception, lies, coercion, extortion, the list goes on. I've reviewed hundreds of documents, adverts, sponsorships. I've reviewed emails between Honey and merchants, interviewed victims. Believe me, this runs deep. Now, I want to be clear. The views, allegations, and conclusions expressed in this series are my opinions, based on evidence I have gathered, which will be shared throughout. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Honey Trap.
The Honey Trap.
Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a free browser extension. How bad could it be? Well, trust me, it's far more sinister than you might think. You know what they say, if a product's free, it's likely you're the product. And as you'll find out later in this investigation, that remains true for PayPal Honey. Now, like most people, I too fell for the lies. I mean, what's not to love about a free browser extension that saves you money? It's a compelling product, and with the endorsement from what feels like every single popular influencer on YouTube, it's no wonder millions of people downloaded it. Ironically, the very influencers promoting Honey seemingly had no idea the company was quietly picking money out of their very own pockets. Well, at least one of them realized, but we'll get to that later.
I mean, they do all the work, and then it's like, I mean, I understand why we have taxes, but I feel like it's like the government taxing us to death. They just found another way to tax creators online. It's so messed up.
So let me show you how Honey's been stealing money from influencers. So let's say you're watching a video on YouTube. If you're into tech like me, maybe you're watching a Linus Tech Tips video. Linus tells you about this free browser extension that saves you money online. You install it in 2 clicks and boom, you have Honey. Perfect timing because it just so happens you're looking to buy a new CPU for your computer. You come across another Linus Tech Tips video, and after watching, you're convinced you should buy the one recommended in his video. So you scroll down and find Linus's affiliate link to that product. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you click an affiliate link and buy something, the influencer who promoted the product earns a commission for referring you to that store. So you add the product to your cart, get to the checkout page, and hello, Honey says they found you 10 coupon codes. Sweet. You click apply discounts and Honey gets to work. But unfortunately, none of the coupon codes worked. Doesn't matter though, because as Honey has promised us for years, that means we know we've got the best deal. So you complete your purchase, you're happy, your new CPU's on the way, Linus is happy, he's getting his commission, everyone's happy, right? Well, let's quickly rewind and see what was happening behind the scenes. You see, after clicking Linus's affiliate link, you'll notice in the URL, there's a tracking tag labeled short circuit. That's a reference to one of Linus's YouTube channels. And this tracking tag is how Newegg knows who to pay a commission to. We can also see that this tracking tag has been saved on my browser in the form of a cookie that will expire in 30 days. That way, if we only decide to complete the purchase a few days later, Linus will still be credited the sale. It's kind of like when you're at a department store buying a TV and the salesman who helped you gives you a referral card or a receipt with their name on it, so when you eventually get to the checkout counter, the clerk knows which salesman to award the sale to. You can think of affiliate cookies as a digital version of that. So what happened when we got to the checkout page? Well, once Honey popped up, watch what happened to Linus's affiliate cookie after we clicked apply discounts. You see that?
Boom.
Honey came in, removed Linus's affiliate cookie, and replaced it with their own, claiming credit for the sale and pocketing the commission money for themselves. Yeah.
And it straight
Now,
up says
if we quickly
PayPal
go
on
back
it.
again, we can see what's causing this to happen. After clicking apply discounts, what you'll notice is that in the top left corner of your browser, Honey discreetly opens a small new tab, which acts like a simulated referral click, as if they were the ones to refer you to the website, even though you're already on the website and at the checkout page. Once that page is finished loading and has stuffed PayPal's affiliate cookie, the tab automatically closes, leaving you blissfully unaware that anything ever happened. It's very sneaky.
I never even
Now,
knew.
when I first discovered this was happening, I thought, there's no way. Why would all these high-profile influencers be promoting a company that is actively poaching their affiliate commissions? It didn't make any sense. So to make sure I wasn't going crazy, I went on a Honey testing spree, clicking one affiliate link after another, and it kept happening. But even after all those tests, I scoured the internet to see if anyone was talking about this and found nothing. Okay, there was this one debate about it on the Y Combinator forum, but nothing concrete. Besides that, virtually nobody was talking about this, adding fuel to my doubt. So I figured, screw it. I'll reach out to Honey and ask them directly. And sure enough, they came back to me with the following. If Honey is activated and is the last program used while shopping on a site, it is likely Honey will receive credit for the purchase. I was right. Just like that, my investigation into Honey began. Now, some might consider what PayPal's doing here dirty or highly unethical, but personally, I can't see how it's anything short of fraud. I mean, just imagine something like this happening in a...
Man, it is fraud. I mean, you think you're clicking on a link to pay a creator for a recommendation and then just stealing your money. And, well, maybe not your money, but like the creator's commission. I mean, I worked in sales for years. This would drive me nuts.
A real-world scenario. Let's say you're at a department store looking to buy a new TV. A salesman spends time running you through your options. You decide to buy, he gives you his referral card, you get to the checkout, and right as you're about to pay, a sleazy salesman pops up going, "Hey, shall I check if I have any coupon codes for you?" Naturally, you say sure. He snatches your referral card without you ever noticing, looks for coupons, says, "Sorry, no luck this time," but instead of handing back the original referral card, he hands back his own. PayPal didn't refer the customer to the store, they didn't promote any of the products, the salesman did that. PayPal provided absolutely zero value to the customer, yet they were rewarded for the sale. But because this is all happening online, buried behind clicks and cookies and tracking data, there's little to no transparency that this is ever happening. Okay, but what if Honey had found a working coupon code? Would that make it okay for them to claim the commission? Honestly, no, I don't think so. The fact remains that Honey didn't refer the customer to the store, nor did they promote the product. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm a consumer myself. Saving money matters, especially when money's tight. But this scam doesn't just affect wealthy influencers. There are hundreds of thousands of small creators, bloggers, artists who rely on affiliate commissions to support their craft. Sure, you could argue that Honey may have convinced the consumer to complete the purchase by providing a discount. But let's be real, if you're already at the checkout with your items in your cart, you already have a high intent to purchase. And again, this
You're
would
like
never
80%
fly in
there.
a real life sales environment. No department store is going to allow a salesman to hang out at the checkout counter, casually handing out coupon codes while simultaneously stealing commissions from the
Right.
other sales reps. So why are we allowing a corporate giant like PayPal to do it on the internet? Now, believe it or not, this first example I just showed you with Linus is just one of 3 scenarios in which Honey poaches affiliate commissions, and the next scenarios are even worse. But before I show you how bad scenario
gets
2
worse.
is, it's important you understand the fundamental
But wait, there's more.
system Honey is exploiting. You see, in affiliate marketing, there's this thing called last click attribution, which basically means last click wins. For example, you might click on a shoe blogger's affiliate link for a pair of Nikes, but you don't buy right away. Later, you click on a YouTuber's link for the same shoes and complete the purchase. In this scenario, the YouTuber gets the commission and the blogger gets nothing. There are other models like first click, where the blogger would win the commission, or dynamic click, where the commission is shared. But the
like that,
industry went with
dynamic.
last click because while it's not always the fairest, it's the easiest to implement. Therefore, it became the industry standard. Now, when it's blogger versus YouTuber for a sale, honestly, I'd say last click is usually fair. But when it's anyone versus Honey, there's no real competition. Honey pops up right at the end of your purchasing journey, virtually guaranteeing they'll win that last click. They of course know this and do anything they can to get that last click, even when there's no coupon codes to offer. Which brings us to scenario 2. Honey Gold, which is now called PayPal Rewards. Here's how it works. When you get to the checkout and Honey Gold is available, Honey pops up and is essentially saying, "Hey you, consumer, click this button here so PayPal can claim the commission for the sale, and we'll share a portion of that commission money with you in the form of points." It's basically a lame cashback scheme. And it's genius because if there are no coupons to offer, but the store is participating in Honey Gold, it gives Honey another reason to get that last click. How can YouTubers, bloggers, or any other type of affiliate fairly compete against this type of mechanism? Of course the consumer's gonna click, and of course they're going to win the sale. Now this
Yeah,
got me
'cause we
thinking,
wanna know if
how
we can
much of
save
their
money.
commission are they actually sharing with users? Well, to find out, I decided to put Honey Gold to the test.
Now this should be interesting. Now, let's see what this. Let's see what he says.
So I looked for any website where Honey Gold was offered and found it on NordVPN. And no, this is not a sneaky sponsorship. So I signed up for NordVPN's affiliate program, which offers 40% commission on successful referrals. After getting approved into the program, I received a custom affiliate link for my YouTube channel. Using this link, I made 2 separate purchases. For the first, I activated Honey Gold, and sure enough, you can see my affiliate cookie was replaced with Honey's. And for the second, I didn't activate Honey Gold. As expected, I was awarded a $35 commission for the sale where Honey Gold wasn't activated, and received nothing when Honey Gold was activated. For the first time, I experienced Honey poaching my own affiliate commission. So how much of my stolen $35 commission did PayPal share as cash back with my Honey account, aka the consumer? Brace yourselves. 89 points, which is equivalent to 89 cents USD. That's right, Honey poached a $35 commission for doing nothing and rewarded me a grand total of 89 cents. Thanks, PayPal. You really shouldn't have. No, seriously, you really shouldn't have.
That's a
Now,
joke
on to
commission.
scenario 3. For you ladies out there, let's say you're looking for a new outfit. Your favorite influencer tries on something that slays, you click on their affiliate link and get to the checkout. But in this scenario, Honey knows it has nothing to offer. No coupon codes, no Honey Gold, yet it still pops up to announce absolutely nothing. Annoying as fuck. Naturally, you click the got it button to get rid of the annoying dancing coin, and whoa, what's that? PayPal takes the sale. Why? Because fuck you, Mary, that's your commission. But wait, there's more. My personal favorite is when Honey has
But wait, there's more. Nice.
nothing to offer, so pops up offering you to check out with PayPal, even though the option is already available at the checkout page. And of course, if you click the checkout button, PayPal poaches the sale.
What?
Classy. As I was saying, Honey uses any excuse possible to get that last click from the user. It's absolutely disgusting. I can't even begin to fathom how much money has been lost at the hands of this browser extension. Imagine being the influencers who promoted Honey, telling your audience, who, by the way, are the most likely to use your affiliate links, to download an app that poaches your affiliate sales. It's crazy. Now, to be clear, not every influencer who promoted Honey engages in affiliate marketing, so those who don't are obviously unaffected. But did any of the influencers who are engaging in affiliate marketing ever catch on to what Honey's been doing? Well, it turns out yes, at least one of them did. Linus Tech Tips, who have been promoting Honey since 2017. So here's how I found this out.
2017.
You see, one day I was browsing Linus's forum to see if anyone had raised a
7
red flag
years?
about Honey. And sure enough, back in 2020, someone sounded the alarm, but it was ultimately ignored. However, in 2022, a different user noticed that LMG were no longer promoting Honey and asked the team if they had been dropped as a sponsor, to which one of Linus's employees responded with, "We ended the partnership with Honey due to the way their service interacted with affiliate links. Essentially,
Yep.
if someone clicked on an affiliate link and then they use Honey and search for a deal, Honey will override that tracking link even if they don't find you a deal. That didn't jive with us, so we ended the partnership." Okay, so they had no idea this was
We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. That's just a lot of money. I mean, maybe more. Who knows?
happening, and it took them several years to catch on. That's quite telling, because we're talking about a tech-savvy YouTube channel that's run by a very large team. The fact it took them
Right? All of those guys are tech guys, and they didn't catch it. Wow.
several years to figure this out, in my opinion, really underscores the deceptive
I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying, like, if they didn't catch it, like, how's the average person supposed to catch that?
nature with which Honey operates. If Linus and his team didn't know, I can't imagine many other influencers would have known either. Now, I have to say, as a longtime viewer and supporter of Linus's channel, I'm incredibly disappointed they weren't more public with this discovery. I get this specific issue doesn't directly affect their viewers, but surely they must have realized the wider impact this could be having on the creator community, a community they're a part of. I think that matters. And it's not as though they only promoted Honey once or twice. They did approximately 160 sponsored segments, all of which remain live on YouTube.
That's a
Those
lot.
videos have accumulated around 194 million views. According to my data, that makes Linus's company, LMG, the third largest promoter of Honey on YouTube. So yeah, in my opinion, they should have made more noise about this. But what's
Hold up. Let's go back and
truly baffling
look at that chart. It's got Mr. Beast, H3 Productions, Linus, Obler Simplified. I mean, I don't know half of this. I mean, I've heard of PewDiePie. That's interesting.
So yeah, in my opinion, they should have made more noise about this. But what's truly baffling to me is that after LMG ended their partnership with Honey, they then went ahead and partnered with a company called Karma Now, a coupon browser extension that literally engages in similar behavior. Now, I did reach out to LMG about this situation, and I'll be honest, their response was not to my satisfaction. They didn't address the majority of my questions, however, they did at least provide some important context about their dealings with Honey. LMG stated that as soon as these issues with Honey were brought to us, we tried to work with them to remedy them. After a few calls, we were informed that they weren't willing to change, so we stopped working with them across all channels. So let me get this straight. One of Honey's biggest promoters goes to them and says, "Hey, can you please stop overriding our affiliate links?" And Honey effectively goes, "Nah, not happening." Assuming I've got that correct, and if true, that just goes to show what little regard Honey has not only for content creators, but also their partners. Now, as for LMG's less than ideal response, I did press Linus's team to address the rest of my questions, but never heard back from them. But it's time to shift gears, because unfortunately, this scam runs much deeper than stolen affiliate commissions. It's time we talk about how Honey used these influencers to sell you a complete lie. How they sold you a product that was doing the opposite of what they promised. past. You see, as I was testing Honey across different stores, I was encountering a reoccurring issue. When I reached the checkout page, Honey would claim it couldn't find me any coupon codes. Yet when I searched manually, I found working codes with ease. And even when Honey did find me a code, I was often able to find another code of better value. Kind of strange, given their claim that...
Well, thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is now a thing of the past.
Another oddity was that Honey would often only find me Honey branded coupon codes, such as Honey 5 or Honey 10. Why would a store only have Honey branded coupon codes? Kind of weird, right? But the biggest red flag was that when I tried submitting the better coupon codes I'd found, Honey wasn't adding them to their database. So why not? Well, eventually I figured out what was going on. It turns out that one of the key benefits for stores partnering with Honey is that they are given full control over which coupon codes go live on the platform, if any at all. I discovered this while listening to a podcast produced by Honey, which appears to be aimed at attracting new businesses to joining their platform. In this podcast, an employee from the Australian clothing store, Princess Polly, discusses the benefits of partnering with Honey.
What would you say to any brand that is considered working with Honey but hasn't yet?
I would say missing out on converting customers. Like I said before, Gen Z is super discount savvy. You can't ignore the fact that they will hunt for like discount codes and they might find a better deal. With Honey, you can also control the discount code percentage, which means like they will potentially find a higher discount code on the internet. It literally lets you control like the customer journey, convert and control like the discount code percentage as well.
This is insane. She's basically saying Honey is great for businesses because it encourages users not to bother hunting for coupon codes. And it allows businesses to control which coupon codes are shared with consumers. Now, I was able to further verify this on Honey's website, specifically the FAQ page for partners, which clearly states, as a partner, you have control over the content hosted on the Honey platform. So yes, even if Honey knows of a coupon code that offers say 20% off, but a partnering store tells them, hey, only share a 5% off coupon, then that's the only discount Honey will apply to your cart at the checkout page. I mean, holy shit. Honey wasn't finding you the best deals possible. They were intentionally withholding them from you for their own financial gain. This completely
because if they give you less of a
Honey's core value proposition.
If they give you less of a discount, then they can say that you used a 15% coupon code and get more money? Is that how that works?
To consumers. For years, they sold you the lie that they would find you every working coupon code on the internet and apply the best one to your cart. But nope, complete and utter lie. They have literally been feeding you coupon codes that were approved by the partnered stores who were paying them. And can I just say, the double messaging here is hilarious. Because on one hand, Honey has appealed to consumers by promising to find the best deals possible. But on the other hand, they appeal to businesses claiming that Honey helps prevent consumers from finding the best deals. It's absurd. Now, when you think about it, this all makes complete sense. I mean, why would any online business pay Honey for sharing their highest value coupon codes with its 20 million users?
Right.
It's not an appealing partnership whatsoever. So, to make a partnership more attractive, Honey told businesses, hey, if you partner with us and pay us an affiliate commission, we'll let you control which discount codes are shared on our platform. And we'll tell our consumers we scoured the internet and found them the best deal possible. Everybody wins. Just not the consumers or the influencers. With this discovery, I decided to do a thorough audit of Honey's advertising campaigns. And yikes, the ads, the sponsorships, everywhere you look, it's lie after lie. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up going down as one of the most aggressive, shameless marketing scams of the century. Just look at this insane list of videos that were sponsored by Honey. According to my data, they sponsored almost 5,000 videos across roughly 1,000 different YouTube channels, racking up an unbelievable 7.8 billion views. It's crazy. So now that we have a clearer picture of how Honey operates, let's reflect on some of their claims.
Honey will find every working code on the internet and apply the best one to your cart.
If Honey can't find a discount code for you, then you can rest assured there's not a single discount or promo code on the internet.
It's a free browser extension that automatically finds you the best promo codes for anything you purchase online. You literally don't spend money.
Honey searches the known internet for every promo code ever used. This means you always get the best deals without even trying.
What Honey does is take money and they put it in your pocket.
If there is any way to save money on your purchase, they'll find it.
Getting you the lowest prices possible at checkout.
You are always going to get the best deal no matter where you're shopping. Amazon, eBay, Best Buy, doesn't matter. Honey's got your butt covered.
If Honey can't find a code, you have the best deal.
It really puts into perspective just how shady this company is, doesn't it? Now, believe it or not, the Better Business Bureau launched an inquiry into Honey's advertising claims, but after Honey immediately discontinued the claims for, quote, business reasons, the BBB decided to drop the case. Honestly, at this point in my investigation, I thought I'd seen the worst of it. I thought I understood the full picture of Honey's shady business model. But here's the thing. What I haven't told you is that there were instances where Honey would actually work really well, finding me incredible discounts that seemed almost too good to be true. Now, it wasn't very often, but enough to confuse me. And there were even times when they weren't poaching affiliate commissions by claiming the credit for sales. These inconsistencies bugged me. It didn't add up with everything else I had discovered. It was clear I was missing something. Well, once I finally figured out what that was, I uncovered an even darker side to PayPal scam, one that targeted an entirely new victim.
Ooh.
We started having problems where customers would get in touch via our support saying, oh hey, I just tried to use this discount, this 60% off coupon, and it doesn't work. I'd be like, dude, that is not your discount. Like, how did you get that? And they'd be like, oh, it just showed up through the Honey extension.
Yeah, it cost us thousands, and I haven't even looked into how far back it went.
At the end of the day, like, you need to make the numbers work, and if Honey is going to steal 10% of your revenue all the time, you're going to have to raise prices at the end of the day, and it's just like a really awful business model. Like, we've been so mad at them for so long.
By now, you've probably heard about Honey. You know.
Wow, so they were stealing money from the actual sellers too? That's crazy. So what's this pie thing? Yeah, a straight 100 million users. Okay. Block ads and get paid. Watch ads disappear with visual mode. Okay. Blocker that pays you to use it. Too good to be true. How does it work? Made in the US by the founding team that built Honey. So this is on here. Interesting. YouTube and Twitch ad block. Say goodbye to ads. Oh, block your Twitch ads too. Interesting. And then you get paid. You can opt in to see a limited number of partner ads and earn rewards. 2 languages. Yeah, that's nuts. It's freaking crazy. What did he say about it?
I saw this. Oh boy, oh boy. Why is it a scam?
Okay,
Well,
I think he's gonna watch the same video.
That's so basically that's what the video exists. That's why you're watching the video. If you knew why it was a scam, you wouldn't need to watch the video, right? Because like you just
Right.
like think about this for 3 seconds, huh?
By now, you've probably heard about Honey.
I have.
You know,
Yeah.
the browser extension that saves you money.
Well, I just can't believe it. Like, well, I guess I can believe it, but just stealing the money from like 3 different directions, I guess. I mean, it makes sense why they were able to like pay all this advertising and all these ads I saw for this stuff, but I haven't seen a Honey ad in a while. So they must have hit like a point of saturation. Let's see, what else we got? Yeah, let's try this.
Hello everybody, this is Lodge, and today I'm going to be talking about all the games I played and finished in 2024. I won't be talking about games I made separate videos for, since I've already talked about them at length. Let me know what games you played this year, and let's get into the list. I got the Super Mario RPG remake over the new year, and honestly once I started it, I couldn't put it down until I beat it. Playing it on handheld mode felt so good, and it was fun to breeze through this
This
game.
was a good
The
one.
remake also looks amazing, and I think the music is a pretty good upgrade, all things considering. I didn't think the game was too difficult other than the final boss, but that's
No,
why I
the
kinda
game
wanted
was
out
super
the first
easy.
game I played this year. A fun game to go through and finish, and really enjoy my time with it. There's a reason this game is the Mario RPG people think of. It's a classic, and I highly recommend it. I really love Doom Eternal, and the second part of the Ancient Gods DLC.
Yeah,
just cemented
Doom
that for
Eternal
me.
was
I mean, what's
awesome.
more to say other than more Doom Eternal? I really liked going into hell to fight a giant epic battle. It's all just so cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully Doom the Dark Ages is similar to this one. I got around to finally playing Dragon Quest III. No, not the HD2D remake, the original. I played 1 and 2 last year, and while waiting for 3 to get some sort of
I have
announcement
not
for the
played
remake,
this.
I beat it. And it turns out a couple weeks after I beat it, they gave a release date for the remake, so you're welcome. But this game is where Dragon Quest really found its footing in my opinion. You finally get
Okay.
4 party members and set out on a quest across the world, and it's really fun and interesting to explore. The story isn't anything to write home about, but I still really enjoyed seeing what would happen next. I did get stuck a couple times.
I
with
mean, the
bosses
art
being
looks
really
good.
difficult, and the only way I could beat them was grinding. But I'm still really happy that I was finally able to cross this one off my list. Now to think about which Dragon Quest game I should play next. With Gears of War getting a new entry with E-Day coming out next year, I thought it was finally time for me to give this series a shot. So I played the original 360 game. I knew practically nothing about the series, but I can see why it's so beloved. While
Wait,
playing
what
it,
game
I
is
kept
this?
getting really similar vibes to Halo Reach, with how humanity is fighting a devastating war against an alien force. The gameplay was really fun, if a little difficult, but whenever you're able to persevere past an enemy, it felt so good. I will say the checkpoints can be a little weird and put you before a cutscene plays, so if you get stuck, you might be watching the same
Okay.
unskippable cutscene over and
Gears
over
of War
again.
game?
But yeah, this was a great first entry in the series, and I'm really excited to continue playing more of the games. After a couple years of playing it and dropping it, I finally decided to push through and finish Dragon Age Origins. I ended up really enjoying it. Well, I guess I should say I really ended up enjoying the story. I kinda struggled to really enjoy the combat. Weirdly enough, it wasn't until I played through the Fade section of the Magi Tower, and for
Yeah, I don't think I ever played this one. I played Dragon Age 1. I played 2 for a little bit, but I never tried this one.
some reason there's where it's all clicked for me. Now that's not to say I'm a master at Origins combat, I just understood it a bit more and was less confused. I still don't love it, and there were still a couple really challenging fights, but the story really pulled me in and I wanted to see how everything was going to go. I really only kept the same party once I got every character. I had Alistar, Morgan, and Wynn, and I really liked them all. The others were a bit hit or miss. I also ended up romancing Morgan, surprise surprise. I thought the party member side quests would be a bit more in depth, but it was like one mission each. I also played the Awakening and Witch Hunt DLC, and Awakening was pretty fun. I enjoyed the new party members for what they were, and having new areas to run through was fun. The story in that DLC was also pretty
Hey.
interesting, but it's like a 10-hour campaign, so not too much time for it to be fully fleshed out. The Witch Hunt DLC was super short and ran through the last dungeon of the Awakening DLC, but since I romanced Morgan, I still enjoyed going through it and walking through that portal with her. It was kind of funny since I was playing it on the 360, the game would load into the Fade for half a second.
Oh, wait a
with
minute.
Grey Warden and
This is the
Morgan there,
original.
And then just go to the credits.
Yeah,
It
that's
felt
an
really
excellent one.
anticlimactic, but I still enjoyed it since my Grey Warden
That
and
is
Morgan were together.
one of the best all-time RPGs.
I honestly didn't have super high hopes for Dragon Age 2. I had heard that it was a disappointment from all Origin fans, however I had the exact opposite experience. I loved this game so much. All the party members were great
Okay.
except for Anders, with my party being Meryl, Isabel, and Aveline. It was also really hard to decide who to romance between Meryl and Isabel, but I decided to go with Isabel. I know one of the main complaints for this game is that it all takes place in one city and its surrounding areas, but I also think that it's one of the game's strong suits, as you get to see how the city changes throughout the game. The side quests are all so fun, and if you play the game for yourself, I 100% recommend you do as many as you can. I won't talk about this game too much since I made a whole video a couple months about my favorite quests in the game, so if you want to hear more, go check out that video.
Alright.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was my most anticipated game that came out this year, and I was so excited to play through it. However, it took me forever to actually finish it. This is kind of my fault because I went into it wanting to do everything I could, and that led to me being really burned out. I would get to the open world sections and just not feel like playing it at all. But when the game was more linear and the story was there, I loved it so much. So while I do have some issues with this game, I still came out of it really loving it. Even if it did take me forever.
I mean, I had some issues with this game too. But I'm a huge diehard fan of the turn-based original. I still think Rebirth was good, though.
Ever to get through it. Also in Remake, I didn't mind too many of the additions they made, but there were a couple of dungeons in Rebirth that I think could have been cut or dramatically shortened to make this game even better. Shinder Mansion, I'm looking at you. But yeah, I still really enjoyed my time with it all, and I'm really excited to see how the trilogy wraps up. Also, Sephiroth, Aerith, and Tifa make this game so enjoyable to go through. I was finally able to return to Liberal with Trails in the Sky SC. I really enjoyed the first game and was really excited to see how the story continued after the cliffhanger in the first game. I have to say that this game was so good from start to finish. The story does take a little bit to really get going, but once it does, it's so good. All the party members return, and there are even so many new characters. This game is also twice as long as the first one, but it's just so good. Also, this game cemented Estelle as one of my favorite protagonists of all time. She's so good in this game. Now to play through the final Sky game before the remake comes out. I decided to play through Fire Emblem The Blazing Blade on kind of a whim. There were some others that I've been wanting to play, but something about it having Lyn in it really grabbed me. I've played a couple of Fire Emblem games in the past, but this is my first one that didn't have a casual mode, so it made it really difficult to make sure everyone got past each battle. Though I kind of played it in casual mode by just resetting it if a character died. I know, I should have just lived with my decisions, but I didn't want to. Though with all the characters still being alive, it did make it a little difficult to choose who to bring into each map. This game is just really fun and it feels a little more condensed compared to the newer games, but I still really like that it takes you from battle to battle with story in between. I've been really craving a Fire Emblem game, and I just had such an enjoyable time with this game. The animations were also so good. Also in my mind I kept thinking Eliwood was Roy, even though Roy looks so different in his game. I also love all three lords and most of the characters in this game. Okay, I know what you must be thinking, but no, I didn't actually finish Baldur's Gate 3 this year.
Dude.
But I did finish Act 1. With the amount of
Baldur's Gate 3 is one of my all-time favorites. That game was excellent.
hours I spent in this game, I would have finished any other game by now, so that's a win in my book. I'm sure everyone knows this at this point, but this game is so good. My party consists of Shadowheart, Karlach, and Lae'zel, and it's so fun to fight enemies with them. It took me a while to actually find a good party and have fun, but I'm so glad I finally found them. This game will be on next year's list, but I just wanted to put it on here since I've been playing it for so long and to celebrate my accomplishment. Even if I still have more to go through. And yeah, those were all the games I finished this year. All in all, a pretty good year of gaming on my part. I still started a couple of games
That's
that
pretty
I really need
good.
to go back and finish, so hopefully next year I'll actually be able to do that. We'll see if that actually happens though. Let me know what games you played through this year, and your thoughts on the games I finished, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day, and goodbye.
That was a pretty decent video. Let's subscribe. Looks like he's a brand new streamer. That's pretty good. Well, I think that's going to be it for now, guys. Have a great one. And thanks for watching.